Okay, I'm live with Assimilate-Haskell, and I'm going to slowly go through here and get a little bit better each week. And I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen here, get right into it. So the idea with where we're at is the packaging system, and there's a lot to be said about a great packaging system. I would say probably the most important part of a language is the packaging system. If you've got that right, the rest of it will fall in place. And it seems like for whatever reason, we're now just realizing that collectively. So inside of here, I have Cabal, and it has a user guide that tells me about it. I've heard a lot of really good things about Cabal. I just really have never used it. And so what I'm going to do here is just kind of go through the documentation real quick and see what I can find out. So get started. Okay, install this, the tool chain. I like this. So we see like initialize the first app, you do Cabal init, and then it creates a tree, right? This is really similar to Rust. And then you go through and you run your application. Okay, I think I know enough to try this out. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that link, go to this Assimilate-Haskell repo here, and then just fire it up. Okay, let's go ahead and try this out. And here we are. So we're inside of this repo. And this is where Codespaces also is pretty amazing because it allows you to just forget about some particular project and then wake back up, and then all of a sudden you're writing code again, which is pretty awesome. And if I look here at the README, it says use Cabal. There we go. So that's exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a terminal, and let's take some notes here for other people to be nice. So I'm going to say maybe like a reference, like quick starts Cabal would be a good one to put inside of here. So quick start Cabal. There we go. And if I look at what it is telling me, let's just follow the hello world. So it says initialize the application. Start by initializing our first application by doing this. Cabal init my first app. Okay, I like it so far. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, my first app. That's weird. Cabal init doesn't take any arguments. Now, why does it tell me the wrong command? Let's get rid of that. It says these instructions work in PowerShell. Yeah, that's weird. So why? Maybe you don't need -n. Let's see here. Stands for if omitted, Cabal init will do its proceedings. Oh, I see. Where the project lives in. Oh, it stands for non-interactive, which means it'll try to guess for you. So, this documentation appears to be incorrect because that didn't work. Right. Well, let's just try it without that. Doesn't take any arguments. That's troubling. So let's try this again here because I think I was playing around with this before. Is maybe a better way to do it would be to follow my notes before. So I'm going to create a project called follow roughly what they're saying. My first app here, and let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to just put these steps in. Well, I can do them at the end. Make the change into the directory. So we'll see my first app. Now we could say Cabal init, and that should just make it repo. What does it do? It's doing something. Okay, so it went through and it created some stuff. And if we look here, if we type in tree, which is an amazing command, we see that there's a main.hs file, a change log, and then my first app.cabal. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so it creates this YAML file here that lets you configure things, which is pretty cool. And then inside of the app directory, it creates a main.hs. So yeah, I like this. I think this approach really is, I would say, it's interesting because when you look at something like this, you start to think about the fact of one of the benefits of an interpretive language is that you're supposedly going to move very quickly, but maybe in a way it's harmful to move quickly, because if you use a compiled language and you create a structure like this, it actually is setting you up to be successful. But I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put these steps inside of here. So let's go ahead and we'll say step one would be to do make directory my first app. In fact, I can just make like a multi-line comment here to let people play around with it. So there we go. And then I cd into there. All right. And then I do cabal init right there. And we can say like, basically what is this doing? This creates a new cabal structure. There you go. And now what do we do next? So we see this is, oh yeah, we should say run, you do this, create run tree. After you do this, run tree, which is pretty cool because tree will show you what's going on. It's just amazing how useful this is for projects where the structure is created for you so you know what's going on. And in fact, we could just be nice and put in what the structure looks like. Okay, so we can do this. There we go. And next up, we are going to follow the guide here, and we're going to see, we just say you should run the following in the terminal: cabal run. That's interesting that you have to put my first app, but notice we didn't need to run a build command before we called cabal run. That's because cabal will automatically determine you can do a build first as well. Okay, so let's do that. So let's go through here and let's just type in cabal run. I would assume run would just work, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I would guess, is that just run should work. There we go. So it's going to go through, it's going to hook everything together, and you can see the hello world. So this is really similar to Rust. Now, the style that I like to do, and I think I have a makefile here that I can kind of riff off of, is I really do like using makefiles because I switch between so many different languages. You just get lost. And so what I can do here is I can CP the makefile above to here, and that way I can just essentially riff off of this. So we can get rid of the install. We don't need that. And then we also could do some other stuff. We could basically get rid of this, get rid of, maybe the test for now, put a block test. Now format, I think would be kind of cool, and a lint would be kind of cool to figure out too. So a lint, and then refactor, I think is pretty slick, is basically format and lint. I think this goes really well for people that are using Copilot, for example. But I think we want to say run, if it's smart enough to know. Cargo. So far, yeah, cargo run. I think I do have Copilot here enabled. Yeah, it's enabled. So we'll go ahead and do that again. We'll just say make run. Which cargo command not found. Oh, it's cabal run. That's right. Cargo. cabal run. I'm confusing myself with the rest. There we go. Up-to-date hello Haskell. And we can put that as a note. We can just say, okay, to run it, we would just type in cabal run or make run. And now what do we do? So adding a dependency, which is pretty cool. So next we'll add an external dependency to our application, and we'll use a package called Haskell say to print text to a terminal. Yeah, I like this. So if you installed Cabal a while ago, you can do update. Oh, okay. Well, this is good to know. You may need to update the package index. So let's do that. Let's tweak the add this into our makefile. There we go. Like we'll call this updates the package index. There you go. We'll try that out. We'll just say make update. Downloading. Should be nothing because it should just be dependencies. Kind of interesting. It takes a little bit of time to download here, but while that's finishing, in our first Cabal file, we're going to update the build depends attribute of the executable to include Haskell say. Okay, so we have build depends, or it already has base. Great Haskell say. Now, it would be kind of cool if it was smart enough to know the latest version, but let's go back here and let's go to the my first app Cabal and build depends. Let's look at this again. You do a new line. So build depends. You go here. It would be kind of cool if there was like an auto formatter for this Cabal file. And then how would you also know the latest version? Would be kind of cool if there's a neat way to do that. There probably is, but we add in that. So this means use version 1 or any more recent minor updates. This means use the latest version that starts with 1. And then we're going to update the main.hs to use Haskell say. And so let's just do this step by step. And we'll just say import Haskell say. So let's go back to main.hs and we'll do the import. And then we're gonna change it to this. Now, it would be nice if I knew how to format my code. I would love to know how to do that. I bet you Cabal has some kind of formatter. If I say Cabal format, what does that do? Oh, there we go. Well, that's useful. So it looks like you can do Cabal format. So let's go ahead and do help. Deformat the Cabal file. Oh, so this only formats the actual Cabal file, which is kind of interesting. So it says unexpected space at the end. So at the end, how about that? If I format it now, still says there's a problem. Oh, on line 38. Oh, unexpected space, white space, comma, or end of input. Space on line 38. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that means. Failed parsing. Well, that doesn't sound good. But let's put this into the makefile here. And let's do format, and we can say format Cabal file. So we'll say Cabal format unexpected H on line, character 9. Let's see, character. So if I said 4, 8, this. Why does it say unexpected? So I might have screwed that up. So I didn't do a comma. That's the problem. It actually spotted a bug, which is pretty cool. I'm glad I did that. Now let's just say make format. There we go. Pretty cool. So was able to spot that bug there, which is good. And we could format not just the Cabal file, but what about the Haskell code itself would be kind of cool. Let me Google that. So format Haskell code and what do we got? Oh, there we go. It says the Haskell formatter, install it or do this. You're ready when Haskell formatter help. Read the source code. So this might work. I'll put a note to this that we'll put a reference that says, you know, Haskell formatter, Haskell code formatter. So I might want this. So then maybe I would do like an install step, but to run it, okay, then we want to format the code to add a package. You tweak like this. Right, so what we do is we do QML, or no, it would be all. Hopefully it knows how to format that. Let's put that in here. No, is it smart? Okay, it looks like it is smart enough. You can, and I'll put, you can check formatting by running cargo format. Not bad. Okay. Once I've got that, I should be able to say make run, and this should, in theory, work. If everything works. So it's installing the dependencies. It's downloading this package. Hello, Haskell. You're using a function from another package. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that thing. What is this thing? It's a pretty cool. Oh, I see. So it creates like this like comic book kind of thing. I see. So that's definitely kind of slick. I guess I could just copy that, right, and put this as the output. So if we go through here, say like to compile and run with package, you just do cargo run. And if we go here, we just say bash, it'll look something like that. Now, what would be cool is to keep reading. So we see that. I like this. So now that we've got that though, what about formatting the code? It would be nice if it was built in, but maybe I don't care about that right now. But I'm going to go ahead and I guess try that maybe. Let's see if I can get this. So if I say install, what happens if I do that? I say install, like installs things I need, like formatting tools. Excellent. Well, it's interesting. Like, do I do that? Let's try it out. Make lints. Oh, make install. So make install. Installing HLint and Assimilate-Haskell. So we'll put a note here that says, okay, like about formatting. Let's try to install. To make install, which installs the things that I just put there, which is these ones. And I guess I'll have to look those up now to see what they are. Now, it would be nice. How do I find these packages? I could go to Haskell.org package, maybe. If we go to here, browse packages or search packages, and if I look for this HLint, code source suggestions. Okay, I don't know if I need this or not, but looks interesting. So we can put a link here that says, search, search packages, i.e. Each lint. There we go. That looks good. And what happened when I installed all this stuff? Oh, that's not good. So failed to build, configured happy. The program happy is required, but it couldn't be found, which is required from stylish. Well, that's kind of goofy. Like, of course, I don't really know what I'm doing, so maybe you don't do this. Um, Maybe I'll take my time to do this, but it would be nice to know about a formatting tool like a linter. Let's see here, like most popular Haskell linter. What do we got? Oh, here we go. What is this one? Haskell linter is a wrapper for HLint. This looks promising. Let's see here. So if I go, is it already installed? HLint. Let's see if it's already installed here. Do I have, because I'm in Visual Studio Code, HLint? If I go to extensions, what do we got? So we've got GitHub code spaces, reload required. Let's just go ahead and reload that real quick. But if I go to extensions, we have Docker, Copilot Nightly, Haskell, syntax highlighting, which is nice, but I want a linter. So let's see if I can do that. Haskell int. Haskell linter, an extension to use HLint in VS Code. This seems like I would want this. So let's go ahead and install this. So it expects a version to be installed and already in the path. If it's installed but cannot be found, that does trouble me a little bit because I didn't install HLint. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's add this to the dev container here, and we don't want to rebuild because it takes too long. But I will just take a look at the dev container file. Do we have Python in here? We have Haskell linter. But I'll go ahead and check in what I got so far. Let's go ahead and do that. Add a dev container. Commit adding Haskell cabal recipe. There we go. Perfect. We can go ahead and do a git push. All right. So we got that working, which is nice. And I still have some things I need to figure out though. So I think if we were able to get that working, get at least a like the cabal system working, but I would say a few of the things I need to do next, I may or may not get to them right now, but let's see. I would say we want to figure out formatting linting. Has to be some really good, like what is popular formatting, what is popular linting. And I mean, not having a formatter is really annoying. Most popular Haskell code formatter. What do we got? What code formatter are you using? I'm using Stylish-Haskell. Okay, so Stylish-Haskell looks interesting. So let's try Stylish-Haskell, and let's see if we can get this working. So Stylish-Haskell. So downloads. Here we go. This is new. Okay, so what does this thing do and how do I install it? Okay, a simple code prettifier. The goal is not to format all the code. However, manually cleaning up imports, this tool tries to help where necessary. You can install it using this command or cabal install. You can also install it using a package manager, which might actually be useful. This might be easier actually because of dev containers. Let me try it real quick. Let's go ahead and say sudo, and I can add it to my dev container. Well, it appears to be something I care about. So if I go to Dockerfile, I could just do this. Assimilate-Haskell, right? And I could just update that. So now, if I do, how do you run this thing? Assimilate-Haskell. Well, that was easy. Well, I don't know if I ran it right, but stylus. Let's CD back into my first project here, my first app, and then let's actually add this to format here, Cabal format. Then we want to do format source code, stylus Haskell. Let's do it. So we'll say make format. Uh-oh. Source. Oh, because it's not going to be source, it's going to be app. So there we go. I don't know if it did anything, but maybe. Let's tweak it a little bit. Whoa, that looks not formatted. Why don't we import this? And well, this is incorrect as well. The code formatting or the IntelliSense. But if I go through here and I say Haskell, Haskell app, I say main, what does it do? But if I want to use it, this tool is customizable. It works pretty well. You can use with continuous integration, but why am I missing the simplest possible way to run it? I don't see like a really, no, here we go. So force flat enable to disable flag. I guess I should just do the help menu. The documentation for there at least it isn't great. So feature request into a file passed to the tool using this configuration. Okay. But what if I just wanted to do inline formatting? Let's go ahead and do stylish Haskell help. And we can say overwrite the given file in place. That's what I want. So we want to do -I. What did it do? So it did this? That's weird. Doesn't seem right. Is that really how Haskell code is supposed to work? Is you make this big space like that? If I look at, oh, it does do that. Huh. So I guess it wants some kind of space there. So it aligns in its sports. Okay. Well, good to know. And then I don't know about this new line here, but sure. We have enough here that I can say stylus Haskell format cabal. Yeah, we have some formatting here. So we just say make format. Looks pretty good. So I did get formatting working, which is nice. So I can I can say git status or go up a directory, do git status, git add.dev container, git add readme, add my first app, commit adding Haskell. Okay, we got a little bit of a hello world working here. So I did already solve that. What is I can put the answer here. We can put some questions like, so installs, what about formatting? I'll put answer, so Q, and then the answer was that if I look at history, it did this. There we go. Got formatting. Now linting, what is popular for linting? That's one, and CLI arg parsing. The questions next time would be, what's popular for linting? What is popular for CLIs? Then, if possible, build Marco Polo. There you go. That looks like a pretty good lesson for next time. And then I'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and check that in. Git add readme with this adding successful ball session. All right, one successful session with Haskell out of the way. See you in a couple weeks for more Haskell.